All right, Season 1, Game 1. We are somehow an 83 overall team against the 78 overall Dolphins. We're going to save up staff points for as long as we can. Let's go to our weekly strategy here and see what's up. I had a 7-hour stream today and enjoyed the shit out of it. Oh, goddamn. That's promising. 50-50 in terms of run pass. A lot of inside zone. Third down, they like to go long. A lot of inside zone. We got to shut down that inside run. No doubt. No doubt. Especially because they have Todd Gurley, apparently. So, there you go. The offensive game plan. They do play a decent amount of cover and a decent amount of zone blitz. Okay. Decent amount of cover, decent amount of zone blitz. With Mac Jones, what is the best way to pull this off? Probably just the outright blitz counter. If they blitz running inside, I don't know if our O-line would be able to hold up. You know? I mean, regardless, Ogba's the target on that left-hand side. Might as well just go with the outright blitz counter. Might as well. And then to the team profile, we'll go ahead and start up that training. Weekly game plan goal. Throw 2 touchdown passes, get an interception, 5 sacks, 200 yards rushing. Let's go for 2 touchdown passes here. Less than 2 touchdown passes. I think 2 touchdown passes could work here. So we'll go for the training. Create a good result. Alright, so Mac Jones. Some good game plan boosts. Spence, Anderson, Winovich. Top upgrade's not bad. So let's oh well, shit, we got an outright upgrade out of that. I didn't think we would. And it's Damian Harris. Again, we'll make better as a power back. He's up to a 76. I mean, I want to run Sony Michel, but the idea of running Damian Harris as well to try and get a further breakout moment could be great. Have a dominant Bama offense at the pro level for once. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. We will go play the moments as we do. I do like jumping into the sim. I need to sign a right guard, apparently. King Choppa, thank you for the follow. Really? Oh, that's right, because just, okay. You know what it is? I played NCAA the most recently. And it would be fine. But for this one, it's like, hey, move somebody over. Actually, I guess I did cut one too many guys. All right. Well, practice squad-wise, we actually have, yeah, just Sherman. Signed from practice squad, and I believe it's going to bring us to 1 player too many. I don't want to get rid of Jarrett Stidham, but there's no reason to keep him. He's a 61 at 25 years old. He's never going to develop. It's him, or we cut like Olszewski or pull off the N'Keal Harry trade. I can't possibly get rid of Matthew Slater. That's sacrilege to get rid of Matthew Slater. That's just not allowed. These tough choices, I swear. I don't like these tough choices. Gonna move Sherman over to right guard. I think Stidham has to go. I like carrying 3 quarterbacks, but it makes it very tough sometimes. I think we could get away maybe with getting rid of... I'm going to try to get rid of Bauer instead. And I should be okay in terms of the linebackers. And in that way, we're good to go. Hopefully it auto-adjusts the offensive line for me. Please automatically adjust it. Thank you. So 83 versus a 78. In terms of the X factors involved, of course, we have Gilmore, Mr. Professor X, Devin McCourty, and then Trent Brown has a superstar ability. Not bad. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I have yet to see any gameplay for this whatsoever. I do love that it loads in incredibly fast. It's delightful. Actually, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It looks good. It looks good. Cap space, we have a ton of it. I elected to not burn all that cap space, and as a result, a lot of signing bonus money in Season 1. So we are good to go in terms of
EA Sports coverage of the
space.
National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always.
I can't say they haven't made improvements, at least in some aspects. It looks good.
With the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, good
shot
for you.
It does look good. Question is, will our team sim well? Mac Jones against Tua.
Again, everyone, Brandon Garden, so happy to be with you to kick off this much
anticipated
2021 season.
So again, we're not going to play the full game. We're going to sim a little bit. If the team needs a little bit of help, we'll jump in and try to save the day. For the most part, we will let this team sink or swim as we get a great look at some chest.
I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021.
Oh, God. Good old Brian Flores. And totally not Bill Belichick. Bill, for the love of God, sign with them. Let me see you win a game before you retire. Or die.
That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
How'd you enjoy the preseason game? All right, let's skip that moment here. Skip that moment. We scored on the opening drive. Not bad. Let's see what happened. Game stats. Scoring summary. It was a Sony Michel 2-yard rushing touchdown. Good start. So, Super Sim. Let us jump forward to the second quarter. Sim speed, let's go fast, that's fine. 7-3. The end of the first. Same thing, we'll jump to halftime now. 14-3, 14-10. 17-10, 17-13 at the half. Pretty close game. Pretty close game. Let's take a look at the scoring here so far. So Sony Michel and a Sanders field goal. Second quarter, a 22-yard touchdown pass to Jacoby Myers for Mac Jones' first touchdown. And Tua responded with one of his own. It was a Jalen Waddle, the 4-yard touchdown pass, and then a pair of field goals, Folk and Sanders. Is the sim better? We will find out. Especially too, we'll take a look at how often there might have been running back rushing attempts, which were and have been an extreme rarity over the years. Miami takes the lead 20-17, make that 23-17 and 23-19 at the start of the fourth quarter. It was a Will Fuller 18-yard touchdown pass, a Sanders field goal. We ended up getting a safety, so they outscored us 10-2 in the third. All right, we'll go off a change of possession here. Let's see what the team can do. 3rd and 1, 13-yard reception for N'Keal Harry, not bad. 13-yard reception for Harry again, not bad. Jones throws it away. Come on, Mac. Another one. Let's go slow here. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. I'm going to leave it up to them. We're leaving it up to Mac. Be the man I know you can be. Come on, Mac.
This is White on the screen.
Well, that's not a positive look for AI logic early on in Madden. Not great, as the lineman was way too focused on running the route and doesn't react at all. It looks good, except for the AI in motion. So the field goal attempt here for Nick Folk should make it a 1-point game.
We're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within a point.
Thank you very much, Mr. Folk. I mean, I can't lie, like, it looks good. Like, visually, I like it. It looks good to my eyeballs. Big fan. But we are losing, which isn't great. All right, let's, let's see what happens here. Come on, boys. I believe in you. Todd Gurley loses 3 yards. 10-yard penalty against Robert Hunt. 2nd and 23. All right, big third down here. Come on, boys. 3rd and 15. Get the stop. Get the ball back. We want a no-touching victory. That's what we want. I don't want to have to play a second. Tua dropping back. Let's go. Great job by the defense. Great job by the defense there. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Whoops, didn't mean to watch this, but that's all right. That's all right. Can we get a good return here from Mr. Olszewski? No. Completely stifled.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Patriots ready to get the...
Oh,
good! We got Jay Boots. Give it the ball. Let's go change of possession here. Let's see what Mac can do on this drive. 10-yard pass to Aguilar. 5-yard pass to Aguilar. I'm going to trust my team here for as long as I can. 3rd and 3. Jacoby Myers, 25-yard pickup. We're in the red zone. That's what we love to see. Come on, Mac. Make it happen. 1st and 10. All the time in the world to throw for Mac Jones. All the time in the world. Yes, let's go. That's my quarterback. Woo. N'Keal Harry actually caught a touchdown pass. Only in a video game. Let's fucking go. Just complete coverage. But they gave Mac all the time in the world to go for that. And they are going for 2. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mac. Man in motion. Come on, Mac. Come on. Come on, watch the blitz. Throw. 2-point conversion successful. And it's full momentum for the Pats. Full momentum. Let's go. Look at those hats. Look at those hats. Mac Jones. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Big fan. 8:44 to go. We got the lead. The maxed out momentum for the home field advantage. Going to carry this one out. No Jakeem Grant. They cut him. Oh, get stifled. I'm liking it. I'm liking the way the team's playing. It's only Miami, but they're looking good. They're looking good. All right, let's go to normal here. Let's see if the team can hold on. 9 yards to Devontae Parker. Secchi, 1st down. Throwing away on the 2nd. Here we go, 2nd. Knocked down. Big 3rd down here, boys. Big 3rd down. Away team loses receiver icons before the snap. And then we get the ice kicker effect. Home team gains momentum on touchdown and 3rd down stops. Come on. Tua looking. Tua goes deep. It's caught. Yikes. It was Will Fuller. We ended up with Hightower on him. The linebacker against Will Fuller, not a good idea. It was a big pickup for him. Big pickup for him. See what happens here. Incomplete on 1st. 25-yard pickup for Gesicki. They're about to tie this game. They are about to tie this game. Hand off. Stopped. Come on, boys. Come on. Big goal line stand here. Come on. I believe Gurley stopped.
This is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. A big play.
3rd and goal.
Right now in this season opener, it's 3rd and goal.
Gurley is in.
And this time he is in. Todd Gurley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from
That's a number. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Player uniform numbers. I got more shit to care about in life. I don't care if someone can wear a certain number on the field or not. If they change it, cool. If they don't, never something I've been worried about. All right, so 5:24 to go. Do we watch? As this game is tied, do we watch the final few minutes? Or do we play it? What do we think? What do we think? Braces wants me to jump in. I haven't played a second of Madden 22 yet, so I'm down to play it. I'm down to see what happens. I mean, it is a pretty close game. 5 minutes left is normally when we jump in, if we were to play. Getting a decent amount of plays. Getting a decent amount of plays. I think we might do it. I think we might do it. Oh, boy. All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't like this at all. Let's hope the O-line holds up. Ice. James White. James White. All you do is cost yourself a bit of draft pick anyway. That's fair. Draft pick? I don't care about draft picks. We're winning the Super Bowl this year, man. It's happening. The running felt kind of nice there. I mean, my first example of it, like James White actually felt like he had some weight to him. Oh, I don't like this at all.
Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history.
I'll take that.
Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And they have a lot of people in the middle there. So
maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Jerome Baker, Dolphins leading tackler in 2020, in on the stop there.
Yes, boys, Sony Michel. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Down at the 43.
I'll take this. I'll take this.
He really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he.
I like the presentation too, for the most part. I mean, obviously, more important for gameplay. We're also running on performance mode, not so much like, hey, make it look the best. So it can look even better than this. Yeah, let's just keep driving down the field off the run here. Off the run! Off the run! James White! Let's go! Let's go! Just running it down their throats. The blocking upfield from the young receivers, too. Good stuff. Not bad. That it is, Breezes. That it is. There was one example in what we watched with them blocking that wasn't very impressive, but that's not bad. Let's go single back. Okay, yeah, see, here is where I'm going to blow the game. Okay, for Harry over the middle.
Now Jones.
Go, baby!
N'Keal Harry, already his second touchdown.
As the ball just continues to wobble in his hand, out of control. What is this?
So Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout. And
what a throw from Mac Jones. The first touchdown that we've thrown with him of many.
Punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and get their team a firm advantage?
Beautiful. I wonder how OP Cam Jones and Mac Newton. I wonder how overpowered Cam Newton could be running the ball. Makes me wonder. Let's see if we can finish up this game here. Crazy wind here too, which is very nice, given that they need a field goal.
Now to kick it away after the touchdown.
God, Gillette looks great too. Under the lights. Can't wait to get a look at most of the stadiums here too.
Let's shift our
Like, at least they nailed that. In terms of gameplay, other elements, I don't know. But my initial impression, just my first look at the gameplay, they did a good job.
And when they do that,
I'll give them
they
that.
weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy
Drop
have a
3
big
people.
game like this, but it's usually not by
Winovich, God,
himself.
show,
It
Matt
usually
Judon.
opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Steps away to his left.
Oh, boy.
And
Jesus,
slides
31
and
got
comes up at
decked.
the end. He's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the
God
scramble
damn.
there. It'll be second and a couple.
We'll go for Barmore here.
Here comes a 20th
Nice.
for Gurley. And he'll get this only up to
20
around the
rushes,
35.
only 52
He
yards.
can muster only a yard there. Left with a third and very
Go
short.
for the blitz here.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties.
Give him a warning.
better tacklers,
All right.
especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
Gillette,
In
like,
this case,
just
how about
the
free safety
like the magnitude, I guess, of the
making a big-time
stadiums and how they look.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. The battle in the trenches never more important.
They do play the horn, by the way, for whoever was wondering. It's a little bit muted. Oh, the pick, Stephon Gilmore! He's not going anywhere. We're keeping him. That's the ball game, baby. Some of the celebrations are a little bit glitched. Forced throw straight to Gilmore. It was beautiful. Beautiful.
He shouldn't have thrown that ball, but remember,
Here comes Mack, 18 of 31, 3 touchdowns and a pick.
so he's got to take this feedback that he's
Not a
getting,
bad
negative
debut.
plays, and turn it into positives moving
And
forward.
we are going to see if we can kill the clock here. Tim Tebow at fullback, wearing Gronk's number.
Now a first down carry.
I really had nowhere to go there with Michelle. If I tried to go to the outside, I would have gotten like completely stifled there. Because Tebow was just way to the outside.
So another stop, 150 left in the football game. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we're not going to throw it. We're just going to do what we have to do.
We'll run with White out of the shotgun.
James just couldn't bounce through that gap at the end there.
Their second timeout as he'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
And not going to risk handing them a timeout. Don't overthink it. Just do what we got to do.
They stay on the ground with White.
Oh!
And
He's
that's
just
a nice
short.
Tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as
He's
stopped
just
about
short.
a yard short.
Take the field goal. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just do what you're supposed to do. Don't be a hero. Nick Folk makes it a 2-possession game. No reason to be a hero.
It's now at 10.
We're going to be fine.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more
So
difficult.
we are going to win. It was a very close game. Ended up being the hero. There's no guarantees that we wouldn't have scored on that offensive drive that I elected to take over. But I'm good with it. I'm good with it. We're going to walk away, barring a horrible turn of events here. We're going to walk away with a Week 1 victory.
How will this thing pan out? We'll watch.
Still
as they
for
come
Winovich
up
here.
on first down. Tua to throw.
Pickett, let's go. J.C. Jackson. Back-to-back interceptions thrown. Someone just yeeted themselves over the field. J.C. Jackson ices it. Back-to-back interceptions from Tua.
Always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to
A forced pass from the young QB. There was somebody on the sidelines as we almost went out of bounds with Jackson that just like glitched over the field.
New England's offense.
That'll do it.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So
Stuff.
3 kneel down should be enough to finish.
You know, let's just be nice and say this one's over. Let's just be nice and say this one's over. No need to add salt to the wounds
And the offense takes the knee.
for the Dolphins here. This one is just over. Whoops, no, I wanted tempo. No huddle. Thank you. Although now it is telling me to run the ball, so go figure. Actually, I didn't want the no huddle. I want to kill clock. Well, hey. We'll just sit here for a little bit now, won't we? I don't know why it told me to go for it instead of just, you know, kneeling out the clock, but what are you going to do?
On second down.
Oh.
Michelle.
Okay, that was a bit funky.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
All right. Oh, hey. We'll run one more play and then the game's over. Let's do it. Send a message to Flores.
And he will not get what he needed as
Kick him while they're down.
First down at around the 22.
And we'll go for the field goal.
And it'll bring up 4th down.
I guess we will add some salt to the wound here. We are going to take our Week 1 matchup against Miami. Should be a 43-30 final. As Nick Folk makes another one. Beautifully done. A great debut for Mac Jones. Belichick is still the master. Oh, I do love me some Brian Flores. We've done well.
I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football.
It could be all downhill from here.
Didn't you see me in preseason?
To be fair, Tua scored 30. True.
Preseason, you know, it's preseason.
I mean, he did throw some rough picks at the end just to try and make something happen. He had 268 passing yards. Pressured 18 times, though. So, for the most part, the O-line did a pretty good job of helping protect Mac. Hawks, thank you. Game didn't have enough attention to detail. Folks should be making kicks. Well, hey, what are you going to do? But, close game. Tua, 26 of 43. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Mac Jones, 18 of 31. 235 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Running-wise, Tua, 4 attempts, 22 yards. Mac, 5 attempts for 12. Aside from that, Todd Gurley ran the ball 20 times, only 52 yards. Will Fuller, only receiver over 100 yards on the day. 2 touchdowns for N'Keal Harry, which is what we need. We need him to wake the hell up in this run, and he does get an early skill point. Make him a better physical threat. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, we'll get a breakout moment for Harry, and it might end up being worth keeping him. He is still on the trade block for us. So we'll see what happens. Media questions, we'll see how important they happen to be. I just wanted to see Jonathan Coachman's pretty face. Pretty face. Let's go for that. Beautiful. We're going to take a nice popularity hit. You're going to love to see it. So yeah, again, we'll worry about the staff in next week. So let's see what we got week 2. It's the Jets. Cameron McGrone was signed. Cardinals took him off the practice squad. Isaiah Wynn and Shaq Mason are back. Didn't know they were out. 25 staff points again. We're just going to hoard them. Pretty much the best way to go. Just hoard them. News-wise, Jalen Phillips got hurt. Or he was already hurt. Regardless, that sucks. What else here? The Jets did sign Zach Ertz. Malcolm Jenkins went to the Panthers. Philip Dorsett to the Eagles. Derek Barnett to the Cards. Couple of big results there. Derrick Henry ran for 164 yards against the Cardinals. Glad to know Derrick Henry's a beast. Goddamn. Aaron Rodgers has 6 touchdown passes already. 6. Good God. Glad to know he's on the warpath. Only thing that we really have to do, is just work on the weekly strategy here. So, player health. Looking okay in that regard. In terms of the reports, a decent amount of inside, kind of similar, a decent amount of inside zone and just air it out. So, I mean, defend the deep pass would be nice, but only really useful for third down. If we defend the inside run again, they brought back Le'Veon Bell, which is hilarious. But protect the middle because they do like to run the ball on the inside. Shut down Le'Veon Bell, force Zach Wilson to throw the ball. That's what we want. Let's see if we can force Zach Wilson to throw the ball. I imagine the red thumbs up is the recommended. But, again, I just don't know how dangerous is Zach Wilson going to be. I have confidence in our defense. Shut him down at the line. And let's put the ball in Zach Wilson's hand. See what he can do. Defensively, a lot of blitzing. A lot of blitzing. Like, that is all they do.
Oh,
that is all they do.
For you.
Mr. Benlander, thank you very much for the follow. So, I mean, obviously, the blitz counter is the obvious shout. I mean, it's either focus on Quinton Williams or Marcus May. And in terms of an offensive game plan, I do think it is for the best. Focus on countering the blitz. We don't need Mac to necessarily air it out. Yeah, we'll go for the blitz counter. I mean, based off of what I'm seeing there about how often they tend to run the zone blitz. I mean, it's a mix of zone blitz and cover, but it's always primarily the zone blitz. So counter that. Hopefully throw the ball short. Don't necessarily try to air it out. We don't really have the weapons at wide receiver to try and air it out either. And then team profile. Next game plan that we're working on here. 5 rushing touchdowns on the season. Recover 3 fumbles. Yeah, I guess we'll focus on the 5 rushing touchdowns in general. That works for me. I don't hate that. And start training. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. Did we earn any upgrade points out of that? We did. Who? Hey, all right. So Christian Barmore. It's going to be up to a 74, which is nice. Some block shedding. We still don't know his. I imagine it's star dev. Justin Herron at left tackle got better. We'll try to make him better as a pass protector. We could go for something else, but yeah. And then Jonathan Jones. Going to make him better as a slot option. He does still go up to an 84. Which is very good. Need +3 man coverage for the 27-year-old. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, we don't need to worry about free practice again. In terms of staff, we'll hold off. I think for the most part, we're good to go. Really. In terms of the staff, I mean, team schemes, we could technically change this if we wanted to. I like to keep it as it is and run coaches for what they are. Vertical power run does give us an 84%. So does vertical zone run. Well, obviously, it would be kind of dumb to not take the extra boost. So, I mean, the zone run or the power run. I mean, we do have Sony Michel. The power run makes a lot of sense. Power run makes a lot of sense off of what we have. Defensive scheme. 3-4 disguise. 4-6, of course, is a 92% scheme fit. As is the base 3-4. Go for the base 3-4. And of course, we'll stick with the playbooks. See if that helps us out at all. Get us some extra boosts. Like I said, for the most part, I like to keep coaches the way that they are. Because then it's like, hey, you got to try to find the right coach instead of changing the schemes to whatever suits you. But for the most part, we should be fine. And top player in Quinton Williams. I mean, they're a 77 overall team. This should be a win. Them signing Zach Ertz or not, this should be a win, even though we're on the road. In terms of the X factors, Mekhi Becton at left tackle, Jamison Crowder at wide receiver, although there's no information. So, who knows if that's true or not? Who's to say? I don't know. Nor does the game. I'm excited to see what MetLife looks like, at least. There is Zach Wilson.
the Jets still couldn't beat the Patriots. New York has dropped 10 straight to New England, but they'll try to turn the plane around next.
Give it to him. The game does look good at least. I just hope we can shut down Zach Wilson. Oh, the Jets. Again, if only the Jets weren't complete trash, tempting fate to lose to them. I might have actually controlled them because they're an interesting team to use.
East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the time. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one.
Did they just say that the Pats beat the Jets in 10 straight? Yes. We look at the jerseys in this game. We didn't. That's more of an old school NHL kind of thing to do. Yeah, I wonder if I could change the audio to have the crowd noise and some of the ambiance come over a little bit more over the commentary.
Last week, that one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here.
God, like even like the glare, you can tell like the finish on the Jets helmets there. Good stuff. I mean, you would hope that you can argue, FIFA's the crown jewel for EA over Madden in terms of sports games. I mean, both are just monsters. But you would hope Madden would look this good. So I'm glad that it does. Again, on the field stuff, microtransactions, all that shit aside, does the game at least look good? Yeah. Looks like it belongs on this console. All right, so let's see what happens here in the early stages. We'll sim to the first quarter as we always do. Touchdown, New York. And threatening to score again. Let's go to the half. 14-0 New York. It's because I called them trash, isn't it? 14-7. 14-10 at the half. In favor of the Jets. Let's take a look at yield scoring summary here. There was a Le'Veon Bell touchdown, a Crowder touchdown pass. Harry gets another touchdown, 3 yards there, and Nick Folk with a field goal. Not quite what we would have been hoping for so far. Let's go through the third quarter here. Trading possessions. No score in the third. We're in a bit of trouble here. Change of possession. 17-10 for New York. We're going to go change of possession again. We really need a touchdown on this drive, boys. We need something. Come on, 10 yards to Aguilar. Good start. Complete pass on first down. 2nd and 10. Oh boy, big third down. Big third down, boys. Come on. Come on, Mac. We need something here. Imagine beating Miami and losing to the Jets. Right, ball is caught. 19th completion of the day for Mac. Only 200 yards on offense. But Jonnu Smith helps us out there. And an interception for Mr. Davis. Well, if the Jets score, we're boned. Incompletion on first down. Incompletion on second down. BSU fan, thank you for the follow. We need to stop here. Niles, I saw some of the Field of Dreams game. Come on, get the stop, boys. Pressure, pressure, pressure. There's a flag on the play. Is it going to be pass interference? Yep. Kyle Duggar gets called.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
8 minutes to go. Our defense needs to stop, and we're going to have to decide if we're taking over to try to bail the team out again. Great job there, though. Bell completely stifled by Lawrence Guy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second.
Yeah, come on, the rep, right? The reverb there. There's some good touches. Of course, they still don't have the refs program. Back onto the field, out to his right, caught. 5-yard pickup there. Big third down. Big third down here. We need to stop, or we're at risk of beating the Dolphins and losing to the Jets, which would be the most embarrassing thing that could possibly happen to us, I'd say. Come on. Come on, get to him, Wilson. Flushed out of the pocket, shrugs it off, trips over his own lineman. He gets back up, trips again.
loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Game of the year. Game of the year already. I love this game with a passion. With a passion. Oh, EA, you've done it again. Oh my God, you've done it again, EA. You've done it again. Are we playing or do we just watch more magic here? Oh God, thank you.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce.
6:40 left. I think we let the team run. I think we let the team run and we see what Mac can do. I believe in you, Mac. Come on. Come on. Empty backfield on first down. Yannick, indeed you did. Thank you for the clip. Out to the right. Intercepted. And it's a pick 6 for the Jets.
It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Been a bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push.
Well, we made the wrong choice.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes
An awful read from Mac Jones.
because you want that score so badly.
Awful.
In this case, it cost him.
And the Jets are going to be up by 14. Our second turnover of the day. 6.5 to go. We got to deal with a full momentum home field advantage for the Jets here. All right. Well, let's see what we can do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Try to bring this back with Olszewski here. One space to the outside. We got it to the 21.
So bringing it out of the end zone.
All right.
About 4 yards. The Patriots
Well,
offense now,
not a shining game for Mac Jones. That's 2 interceptions on the day.
After the pick 6, it hurt badly, but still within striking
Home defense can
distance
see a
to
primary
game.
receiver's route
With a
via
good
coach
chunk of
cam.
time on the clock.
And the screen also shakes. Incorrect hot routes. The team fatigues faster.
Throwing after the interception. Jones. That's complete to White.
Not bad from James White. A little bit too far ahead of the blockers when he caught that ball.
Defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff.
All right.
And this is why you work on your
What we
tackle.
got?
Tackle him after the catch.
Gonna look for
inbounds,
Aguilar
keep
if we
the
can
clock
get him.
running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fuck. Yep. There it is again. Same exact play. They covered it perfectly. We're going to get pooped on by the Jets.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions.
That was just a great read by the linebacker. Kind of a shitty way for the animation to go through. I'm not saying it was the best throw, but animation-wise, we kind of got EA'd on that one. Here's my problem. They just kind of read this. Except for the out routes. I missed 2 wide open receivers. Actually, I missed 1 wide open receiver. If I forced the ball, I had 1 guy to go to, and I missed him. I had 1 guy to go to, and I missed him. Damn. Well, hey. I haven't played Madden in almost a year, and that's a shit mistake. I got no excuse for that one. See if we can get this turnover. We might not be done. There's 6 minutes left.
Okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well,
And now the drive starts with a completion.
defense apparently doesn't want to make any stops either.
But he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first.
Yikes. Zach Ertz.
That should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still
Not
time
good.
This offense can move the football through the air. Even on first and second
Godshow
downs,
is getting
they obviously
mauled.
picked the right spot to throw the ball.
Kyle, big hit.
And he gets halfway there.
No fumble, though. We needed it.
2 on a gain of 2.
Brandon, you know this is going to be
Sucks I missed that read. Problem was, I saw the guy on the right-hand side on the flat route covered, so I figured the guy on the left was covered too. And that was just a bad guess. Lawrence Guy can't get him. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his second
Yikes.
touchdown on the season. And the Jets capital.
Well, we beat the Dolphins at home, and we're going to get steamrolled on the road by the Jets.
More comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road.
Yikes.
There's something about that home opener makes you feel more
We just
settled.
couldn't get to Wilson in time, and he was able to roll out.
Because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that.
Well,
But being at home,
let's see if we can make this a little bit less embarrassing because, yikes. Yikes.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Big ol' yikes.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out.
Not bad from Gunner. 5 more yards than last time. Well, down by 3 touchdowns with 4.5 minutes to go. Let's run the same exact play that we just threw a pick on. What's the worst that could happen? We won't miss Jonnu Smith this time. We got nobody. Perfectly covered again.
I don't think that there's any way
Jesus.
you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be
Hey, unfortunately, our whole game, going off of our coach's game plan suggestions, not working out that well for us. Oh, Mac, no. I tried to get him to kind of gun that over into the corner, and he was not capable of making that throw.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well,
Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's
I don't know what the hell's going on, but holy shit. We're getting pumped.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter.
Jesus. I mean, this game was over before we took over. I threw it just a little bit too late. Wanted the man over the middle. I just didn't think Mac would try to lead him that much on a bullet pass. Regardless, I mean, before we threw that, he was pinching in on both. The only option was to go over the top. But I got a feeling that safety would have made the play. Okay, so where are the bits now? Hawks. Oh, this is unrealistic. Nick Folk's making field goals. The Jets are playing good defense. Also, I think 4 interceptions have been thrown by Mac Jones, and I've only thrown half of them. I want to see if I can get a goddamn 1st down. That's the target. Remember when we threw a passing touchdown with Mac in the last game against Miami? Oh my God, what happened? This is the same Patriots team as last year. 1 second they look good, the next second it's god awful. We should totally take Mac out and bring in Cam.
Put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throw left side
Good catch by Nick. Hey, well, we should probably be 1-1 anyway. We probably should have lost to the Dolphins and beat the Jets. So we're right where we should be. 1-1. And they are just doing nothing but watching the players over the top.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
Oh, what a turn by Bourne. You got fucking leveled for it. Yeah, no, you don't show any swagger. You don't celebrate that. Is the Tebow? It might have to be. We might actually have a chance to get him over the top here.
And use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was.
I didn't like the idea of trying to go over the top. Gotta get rid of that. I just. Wait a minute. Ryan, despite the current scoreline, so far so good. I didn't dare try to go over the top there because he didn't get. Like, right here is when I was looking at the over the top option, and I'm like, I don't like the odds. And then he just broke away. So we missed that. I was looking for the right back, or the running back to move. He never did. I thought I threw that right off of someone's face. I would have hit the woman there. We're getting more separation from our wide receivers at like the last second. And it's tough to adjust to.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll let it go deep.
Damn.
Right side.
Oh, Sony, you got to be joking.
Intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis.
Oh my God. All right, I'm done. You got me. I quit. Dude. He gets knocked out off his back and caught. Like, are you joking me? Knocked loose off his back. All right. You got me. Jets win. I quit. You win. Let's get the hell out of here.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were buried, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime, obviously.
All right.
I think it's a little bit more than that, though.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it. We're moving on. Seattle. We're moving on. Seattle. Oh, good. We got upgrade points. Somebody managed to get an upgrade point there. I think you're dropping back too far. I'm just trying to open something up. Like, that's the problem, is they were covering everything. Why? Because the score was incredibly one-sided, which means obviously they're going to defend the pass, but we have to throw the ball. Like, there was really nothing I could do there. And if someone's not open immediately or I miss a read, then what do I have to do? You try to roll out, open up a different angle. So, that's just trying to get some movement to open up a different passing option, and it just was not there. So we are down to 1-1. We move on to week number 3, where we take on the New Orleans Saints. We lost another player off the practice squad. Dalton Keene is gone. We do have a trade offer for Stephon Gilmore. Let's look at that. And it is the Miami Dolphins. We're offering a 3rd, a 4th, and a 7th. I mean, the main reason to do this would be to get Gilmore's contract off the books. That is the primary reason. It could also heavily burden Miami with a pretty rough contract for a 30-year-old. But it's Miami. So I am likely to pass on that deal. The trade offer does still show up. Also, we get our first bit of scouting here coming up as well. I mean, in terms of team salaries, Gilmore, it is the last year of Gilmore's deal, though. So getting something for him instead of nothing also wouldn't be that bad. We'll come back to that. In terms of contract negotiations, one of them's likely to be Gilmore, and it is. I mean, he's 30 years old. He wants a 1-year extension. And Devin McCourty's 34. He also wants a 1-year extension. Be a $22 million deal for Gilmore. McCourty, $15 million in total. That's tough. I don't know what to do with Gilmore quite yet. In terms of scouting, let's see, we'll just auto-generate. The scouting for now is the same it always was. Again, they are updating the scouting in a patch in about a month. So keep an eye out for that. I actually don't know. I guess we have a QB scout. Let me go to manage staff really quickly. Franchise staff. Player personnel. So that's right. I guess they changed the scouting here for now because you can't just hire and fire a scout because it's like halfway through. So fair enough. It might give us different rookies here because I hit auto-generate again. We'll see. Okay, so in terms of what we need, I mean, there are 3 quarterbacks potentially projected for the first round. Let's be honest, there's a chance that Mac Jones isn't the guy because he doesn't have a good dev pattern. So the smartest thing for us to do is to probably still scout a quarterback at this stage. It is. As much as I hate to say it. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got. 3 out of the 4 with A+ throw power. They're all interesting, at least. All of them projected to be first-round talents. Carson Phillips out of South Carolina, the top one. We could still look at Derek Wesley. He has a scrambler as a first-round talent as well. Obviously, you don't mind trying to look at somebody. Normally, obviously, we wouldn't try to scout out more quarterbacks than this. We'd try to play it safe. But I think we should probably take a look at everybody here, especially because we get an advantage at scouting quarterbacks. None of them are it, though. I mean, maybe Anthony Roth. No. 4th round? I mean, hey, maybe this is the year that they let us get some steals. It doesn't look like it, though, unless Avery Flynn's half decent. So we'll see what happens there. We really got to decide what to do here. John Simon ended up in Jacksonville. No other major news there. Unless Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's names, or Kareem Hunt in general, is being rumored to potentially get traded here, there, and everywhere. So with Gilmore, I mean, the idea of trading him, it basically comes down to, do we want to keep him around? Because again, he's looking at a $24 million extension, was it? It's only a 1-year extension. Like, basically keep him around as a big money player next season. I mean, we have $28 million in cap room right now. Give him a raise of $7 million in terms of the cap hit against. McCourty would also be, like, these two are going to take up a decent amount of money. And I don't mind keeping Gilmore. But obviously, we got to see who else has an expiring deal coming up. And yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of what we could get for Gilmore, I do want to look at a team that needs corners. Dolphins offered. The Cardinals are also in. There's no interest meter on screen. I mean, obviously, like, they're interested in Gilmore. In terms of how much they'd be interested in this trade, I have no idea. Well, we just traded Stephon Gilmore for a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd from the Cardinals. I had no idea that was going to go through. But it did. So, Stephon Gilmore's gone. Done deal. Had no idea that was going to go through. We got more than fair value for someone on an expiring deal that the Cards might not even be able to keep. Stephon Gilmore's gone, and our playoff hopes probably just went down the drain as well if they weren't already gone.